able to stay in the game, consistency, you know, that temperament to be able to stay locked in, especially in the closing minutes and seconds of the game. So under a minute till tip-off, and this is Mxolisi Ngonelo alongside Mogul Juice Ndlovu, and we are steady rocking the mic. And let me tell you, basketball better be the love of your life.
Best believe, because if it is not the love of your life, then you're certainly in the wrong space, because the love that we get from the game itself, we reciprocate by everything else that we give to it.
You remember when Steve Harvey said on the Kings of Comedy, if you've never been in love, you are lacking some major stuff in your life?
Come on. Come on.
So it's no mistake that we say that basketball is should be the love of your. I mean, this is a wonderful game, you know.
Through the years, through the continents, through the spaces, we learn so much, we meet so many, and all of it equates back to love within this game.
We have to thank FIBA as well as the NBA for bringing us the Basketball Africa League, a unique opportunity to grow and build, develop the game. And you know, the one thing that's really stood out for me, apart from the play on the floor, the development of the game in terms of player skills, I'm really looking at it in a different way when looking at the business aspect of it. You know, teams having to raise funds, make their way, travel here, make sure that they have the correct diet, they are in the right accommodation. Just all of that just speaks to the business of sport, and I love it.
The business, the administration, and definitely it all then adds up to the growth of the game, you know. So we definitely love that, as we've got tip-off.
There's so many opportunities in the game of basketball, and playing on the floor is one of them. And we've tipped off, and the opening tip going to Cospin. A foul on the floor. Randria Mampianona. So it'll not in the act of shooting, so it will be on the floor. And Randria Mampianona on the inbounds from the wing. There's the roll to the basket. Rabibi Sowa can't get to it. Last touch on Spoikan Ngoma. So possession will stay with Cospin. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Langston's got to put it up. Langston rails in the three.
Langston gets them off there, Olisi, as he puts the first points of this game. So let's see the intensity that these guys are bringing on this one.
Mukela Bai has got the post-up moves in the low post, and really deft going to the basket as a lefty. Long three doesn't go for Aratianarivo. Piri from outside, bottom.
Piri rebuttals Langston's three and brings the Magic to 3 of their own.
Played a whopping 32 minutes yesterday, finishing with 18 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 of 16 from the field. And he put in a whole lot of work against the City Oilers. Ratianarivo with the turnaround jumper. Piri on the drive inside. Mukela Bai, loose change and cashing in. I don't expect this game to be a blowout, Juice. Oh, Coulter. Bishop.
You have to reward the big man there for advancing and being in front of everybody. Good finds there for him, for his 2.
Ndalama can't finish, and the foul is going to be on Rabibi Sowa, and that's going to send Miles Ndalama to the free throw line.
I wonder with the numbers that Phiri has been playing. I mean, 32 minutes. You know, it's testament that he's one of the go-to guys on the team. But on a game like this, do you also accumulate so many minutes, or are you going to look to share the love and spread it, especially to some of your guys that haven't been active through the tournament?
Well, I think this is a unique situation for both teams. It's 0-2. One of these coaches, both coaches want a win. You know, they want to go back home with a win in the bag, even though they come back home with a losing record. So, you know, I expect Coach Obed Shamboko of Matero Magic to really play his rotation. I mean, this is a strong starting five he started with, especially looking at Spoikan Ngoma, and look for Saul Phiri to really look to get his.
Indeed, get his, because he has just made his second three of the game as he drives there, but foul called on him because he's looking to definitely be aggressive early in the game.
Phiri picks up the foul. Offensive foul. Possession with Cospin. The only thing that Cospin have to do, whistle off the ball. Langston on the floor, and as he fell, was grabbing at his left knee, but he's back on the floor, so good to go, and still up to the challenge. Ngoma. Kantulu on the drop step, travels with the ball.
Good call there for the refs as he just got trapped in the baseline, and he was found in no man's land, Didi, and now the refs ball Cospin.
Randri Mampianona, Coulter, top of the key, can't hit it. And here's the thing about this Cospin team. Rampianona with the steal, lays it in.
Good recognition there for the steal, and that finish there.
And here's the thing about the Cospin team, Juice. I don't understand why the big guys are so averse to playing in the low post. Coulter just likes shooting from the mid-range. Kandulu, blocked by Rabibisowa.
Great anticipation there.
If
Spin move, but he's ready to be a backup there.
Kandulu on the spin against Randri Mampianona. Last touch on him, so the help defense coming from Jerry Rabibisowa. Dalama, tough catch underneath. In and out on the jump hole, Coulter with the rebound. Langston, baseline drive, caught off by Mukelabai.
Mukelabai stealing his candy there on that defensive play, and foul called there by the refs, because that break had to be stopped somehow.
Coulter picks up the unsportsmanlike, so it's going to send Elijah Mukelabai to the free throw line. And then some of the players just huddling around the assistant coach. Walt Mukelabai at the free throw line, good. And then the Magic will keep possession of the ball. Phiri on the inbounds. And it's a 1-point lead for the Magic, and going on 5.5 minutes. Phiri, the pull-up. Oh,
the make. Phiri certainly making sure that he stamps his authority in this game early.
Rabibisowa off the mark on the three. Kandulu with the rebound. Ndalama. Offensive foul, Miles Ndalama. Great defense by Coulter.
Coulter getting up and limping there, grimacing because that was a rather awkward fall. However, he's back and ready to get into action.
Ndalama landing on Coulter. Randri Mampianona, lovely play, the drop, step, spin, and the finish.
Beautiful fundamentals to see there in the paint area.
Mukelabai. Baseline drive, wraps it around, but blocked. Ndalama taken away by Radria Nirova.
Both teams showing some good activity on the defensive ends, and I'm actually more impressed by Cospin and how Coulter is moving around in that paint area, almost Draymond Green-esque.
Well, we've got a timeout on the floor, 4:33 to play. That play by Rabibisowa. Attack at the basket blocked by Miles Ndalama. And a 4:33 still to go in the first quarter. 2-point lead for the Magic. And just an opportunity for both teams to regroup.
Certain both coaches will be rather satisfied to a point in how they started it on the offensive end. However, maybe one or two concerns in the defense because, well, actually, to that point, maybe more impressed on the defense, but not on the offense because we're seeing a few, as we see Piri on the screen, being the primary catalyst for Matero Magic's offense and making 3 of 3 to this point.
Clearly, Saul Piri coming in with that conviction and wanting to be aggressive. And yesterday's loss definitely lingering, leaving a bad taste in their mouths as a collective. And, you know, he was really one of the players as well, just expressing how yesterday's loss to the City Oilers, a 10-point loss, 83-73. So that game was in their grasp. They lost to Ferroviario, 57-63. So, you know, so close yet so far for the Matero Magic. And in this game, they want the win.
They certainly do. They certainly do. And Piri's looking to be aggressive and lead from the front where the scoring is concerned, but also just making sure that on the other end, they get the right stops and limit Cospin as much as they possibly can.
Rabibisowa, elbow, bottom of the net. Falu Ndoye is checked in for the Magic. Ngoma. Oh, we have a foul. And the foul will be on Alpha Solondreni. So Magic will keep the ball. Ndoye against Solondreni. Kandulu from the free throw line. The foul is going to be on Solondreni. Wow. So this explains why he's so averse to playing in the low post, is that he's struggling to defend in the low post as well. Picks up his second foul. And it would be good for the coach, Jean Didier, of Cospin to get him out of the game. Yeah, Solandrini picks up that foul, pulling Gandula to the floor. Cospin in the penalty.
Clean trip there to the charity stripe as he makes 2 for 2.
Perfect one for Gandulu.
A great stop for him as well on the other end.
Too hard off the backboard by Mukelabai. Rahajaniaina also in the game for Cospin. Livio Radrianarivo.
Great recognition for him there as he almost looked for the pass, but was close enough to home to make sure that he earns 2 more points. As Piri loses that ball there.
I love the trio of guards that we have right now on the floor for Cospin, with Rahajanaina as well as Randri Mampianona and Livio Radrianarivo. That's a goaltend. Ball was on its downward flight, but then testament to Gandulu's incredibly long arms. You heard the outrage from the Cospin bench. Piri out of bounds, will stay with the Magic.
Looks like the coach is asking for a review there. The bench is asking for a review there. Looks like the ref has acknowledged. Will revert.
Radrianarivo against Ngoma, absolutely on its downward flight. Absolutely. That's a goaltend.
Absolutely so. He had these long arms of the law stretched out, but could not reach that ball in time.
Ndoye, the double team, gets it out to Ngoma from the corner. Oh! Gandulu right there.
Using his height very fruitfully there, Didi, to just finish on that flush.
So perceptive, so aware around the basket. Alpha Solandrini. A rare score from the low post. Ngoma with the collection. Radrianarivo picks up the foul. And that's going to send Ngoma to the free throw line. Cospin in the penalty. Radrianarivo picks up his first. There's the handoff.
Substitutions on the floor there as Gandulu goes to the bench to get some rest. The match officials just conferring there with the table. Ngoma on the free throw line. Clean on his first. Two for two.
Perfect trip for Ngoma. And you gotta love the free throw sequence. Shot the first one to the right elbow and then went to the left elbow to shoot the second one. Solandrini against Ndoye. Coulter also in the game. Coulter. Randri Mampianona can't get the bounce. Rahajinaina. Randri Mampianona looking to split the double team. Coulter can't get to the rebound. Musongo will settle for the long three, in and out. Solondreni with the rebound. Going on 60 seconds. Randri Mampianona, the Euro falling away.
Beautiful finish there on that drive to just make sure that we are looking at the last minute of the quarter.
Makes it look easy. Piri with the response. Somebody stop him.
Quick rebuttal there by Piri to remind all of us that, hey, I'm still in this game.
Oh, Solondreni from the elbow. 30 seconds to play, an opportunity for a 2-for-1. Musongo pulls up, bottom of the net.
Interesting finish to the quarter here, with both teams seemingly going pound for pound, exchanging buckets.
Randri Mampianona, the kick to Rahaja Nyaina. They can hold for the last possession. Solondreni misses the mark. Coulter's right there, keeps it in play. Well, at the edge of our seats, just on that final possession. And that will do it for the first quarter. Like we have been saying throughout the build-up and going into this break, this is going to be a competitive match. Both of these teams want to go home with the W, and I have to wonder if we're here for a short time or a long time, if maybe we go to overtime. But at
and then from 3-point, we saw how that man Piri, he was firing hot from the outside as he made 4 of 5 for the Matero Magic, and that's where he kept the Magic definitely locked into the game. Free throws as well. The Magic have shot 8 and made 6 with only 1 make from Cospin's 2 attempts.
Saul Piri has been doing damage for the Matero Magic inside and out. His aggression in this game reminds me of Get Mine by Pete Rock and OC.
Come on. Come on.
And he's all about getting his this morning. And 4 of 4 from 3-point range. And it's been a hot, fiery start for Saul Piri.
I'm certain all the people in Lusaka are hailing his name right now with much jubilation.
And let me just tell you that equal to the challenge, it has been Cospin Livio Radrianarivo sitting on the bench now to start the second quarter, but he's also had an outstanding first.
Absolutely, and I think that is where the differential is with the scoring, because you see it a bit more balanced where Cospin is concerned versus Matero Magic's only primary scorer being Piri. So you have to appreciate how Cospin is certainly sharing the love and having more people contribute to their early scoring.
Piri at the line, foul on that play, and here's the thing about Cospin, they're going to have to watch now the fouls going into the second quarter. Don't want to get into the penalty if they've picked up their first team foul. with just 12 seconds played in the second quarter. And Piri now sitting on 13 points. Rahaja Niaina to Rabibisoa. Coulter keeps it alive on the offensive rebound. Solontraini inside to Randrimampianona.
Great cut, beautiful recognition, crisp finish.
Eli Randrimampianona with 8 points. Ndoye, long one, Coulter with the rebound. Rabibisoa, oh well, stays with the play.
You have to recognize, you have to stay with it. If it's still live, you have to recognize where the ball is. And great finish indeed after that attempted block.
Ndoye, the handoff, Piri. Misses the mark on the long three. Randrimampianona with the push down the floor, looking for Rahaja Niaina. The turnover, the push down the floor, Kafunga, Musongo. Long offensive rebound and the floater on the inside.
The defense was left flat-footed there as he grabbed that long rebound. Good drive, nice finish.
Coulter, oh, lovely play, Bishop Coulter.
And that is where you want to see Coulter on the offensive end. Deep in the paint, putting in work.
It is an absolute no-brainer that Bishop Coulter and the rest of the Cospin front court should be making more scoring attempts in the low block. And that's where they can just cash in now at the free throw line to complete the three-point play. And it's a 1-point lead for Cospin. 7:50 to go in the second quarter. Musongo. Oh, rails in the three. Kayinda now in the game. The combination of Kayinda and Musongo is going to be interesting. I think they will run at the Cospin defense. Taken away, Kayinda to Musongo. And a goaltend.
Goaltend called there. Goaltend called there on that great steal and a great, good-looking break there.
Yep, that's it right there. Kayinda finding Musongo. And Rabibisoa a tad late on the block. And will get the goaltend. Langston in the game, cross-court pass, dangerous to make. Kafunga to Kayinda.
That was certainly ill-advised there, that cross-court by Langston. And the Matero Magic took advantage.
Ratrenarivo, a whistle. Offensive foul. Cospin pick up the offensive foul. And that's 3 fouls on Jerry Rabibisoa of Cospin, and that leads to an immediate timeout. They need to talk things over, and we're going to cross over to Q. He's got something for us.
Well, I'm courtside here at the Cospin bench and just looking at what the coach is trying to focus on. He's not happy with what the last sequence of play, trying to make a couple of changes, looking at the depth on his bench. And, you know, it looks like he's bringing Randrimampianona back in. He's been a focus player. And I think that, again, we saw that late in the fourth quarter yesterday. He went to his primary scorer, and I think he's going to do something around Eli Randrimampianona right now.
the Cospin offense goes, flows, and does whatever that Eli Randrimampianona does. So wherever he goes, the offense goes, and it's apt that the coach would get him back in the game. Ndoye against Umedi, who's checked in. Umedi, Langston, Randrimampianona. So great patience. In and out. Coulter keeps it alive. The offensive rebound. Ratrianarivo, he can't hit it, and there'll be a foul on the weak side, and Randrimampianona will pick up that foul.
Definitely a foul there, as he looked a bit overzealous rebound attempt, but the ref certainly recognized it early, and Matero Magic gets possession.
Musongo in the game to Kayinda. Ndoye wants to work. The drop step, jump hook is short. Looked like last touch on Ndalama.
Certainly did.
But
as he jumped over, looked to jump over Coulter there. Quick reprieve there for the Magic.
And one!
You could hear the and one plea coming from Kafunga. Yeah, well,
hand wrapped around.
Radianarivo draped all over him, and the mismatch. Great recognition by Kafunga that he had a mismatch in the low post, and the ball coming in. The lead is 7 for the Magic. Umedi picks up on the loose ball. Radianarivo. Randrimampianona short on the 3. Long pass down the floor. Musongo falling away. Coulter with the rebound. So we've seen some scrappy play now from the Magic, and getting out of that coherent play that they've had. Eli Randrimampianona can't finish on the 3. Kayinda with the push down the floor. Coulter, if I'm going down,
you're coming with me. Certainly draped on him like Christmas curtains there.
Man, so Coulter, man, draped all over him like glaze on a donut.
Let me tell you.
So Coulter picks up the foul, and that's exactly what we were talking about with 12 seconds into the second quarter. Rabibisoa picking up his 3rd foul. We've got 5:19 still to go, and that's the 5th team foul for Cospin. So every foul now is going to be a free trip for the Matero Magic. Can you please cue Janet and Luther? The best things in life are free.
Let me tell you, and this now certainly calls for better ball movement and more attack by the Magic, so that they get fouled on the inside, because each time you get touched, you're certainly going on that line.
Langston can't hit the 3 from the wing. Ndalama with the rebound. And Kayinda with the fetch. Ndoye against Umedi. Ndoye had all that space, thought about it, and then falls into a travel, turns it over. It'll be a Cospin ball.
The idea was good there to go inside for the attack. Unfortunately for him, he got just a bit overzealous in terms of his movement, and the ref recognizing and giving that travel call.
Ratrianarivo can't finish. Umedi, offensive rebound. Ratrianivo, another try. Oh, bottom. opportunity for 4-point play.
You have to appreciate the ball movement. You have to appreciate that these guys continue to stay locked in.
Every
shot that all the way from Malagasy.
Everyone on this Cospin team must really credit and appreciate the hard work of Coulter, Umedi, and Solandraini. They've been giving them second chance opportunities, and that 4-point play by Livio Ratrianarivo, one of those instances. Kayinda throws it away. Langston from the wing, bottom.
You have to especially appreciate, Timko, that for once we are seeing also the Cospin bench being engaged in the game.
Yeah.
We saw them in previous games where they were sitting quietly and almost stagnated on the bench, but now you're hearing them even chanting defense as the ball goes on the other end. Guys standing up on the bench as that ball is going up. So you certainly have to appreciate the engagement.
An immediate timeout. Well, it looked like there was a Matero Magic timeout, so now the official will confer, and I wonder if it has to do with the placing of Rashawn Langston's feet on that three-point line.
Great
Three
call
stands
by the Rev. Great call indeed. Great, good, maybe good contest. And I wonder though if you want to make and ask for those reviews so early in the game, and I wonder how many reviews do you actually have throughout the game. You know, so it would be interesting to learn how many reviews can a coach have within a game situation.
4:15 still to go. The lead was once 8, with Matero Magic flirting with a double-digit lead. It hasn't gone beyond 8 for either of these teams. And Augustine Kayinda at the line now. With 4:15 still to go, and it's a 2-point lead for the Magic. Kayinda picked up by Randrimampianona. Whistle off the ball. Ndalama will pick up the offensive foul. Ndalama, the number 8, picking up the foul. And it will be Cospin ball. Langston. Oh, Randrimampianona all alone.
Great cut there. Just could not catch that hot potato that came through. But that was a very beautiful find under the hoop there. Bullet pass, just couldn't catch and finish.
That would have been a lovely thread. And let me just say, he just messed up that dime like bad makeup.
Let me tell you, perhaps like the flashlights,
yeah,
that will definitely expose that bad makeup.
The glare got to him. Kayinda on the inside. Umedi tearing that rebound, but gives it up. Mukelabai, the 3 short. Ratrianarivo, cross court to Langston. Ratrianarivo against Mukelabai. The double team. Coulter all alone. Shot clock. Kayinda broken up by Randrimampianona. Empty possession for the Magic as well. Langston wide open.
Couldn't finish there, Langston. He had a plethora of land to him, wide open, but just couldn't finish. As we see on the Kayinda making them pay.
Banking in the 3.
Long 3 there.
Umedi, top of the key. Ndoye with the rebound. Kandulu was ready for the two-piece. Well, Mukelabai, and gets it to, wraps it around to Kandulu. Umedi coming in for the help.
Certainly meeting him upstairs there, to the disapproval of the officials as they called foul, sending him to the charity stripe.
Douglas Kandulu at the free throw line. And the front court of Ndoye and Kandulu have really had it difficult from the free throw line. And the lead is 6 for the Magic. Radianarivo, air ball on the 3 attempt.
Misses everything there on that trip. As we steadily come down to just over 2 minutes left to play in the quarter.
Ndoye. Umedi will pick up that foul. And it's going to send Ndoye back to the free throw line, 158. So if there's anything that the Magic can do to pull away and close this quarter strong, it is by cashing in from the free throw line. Umedi catching Ndoye on his arm on that pass to the corner to Piri. Ndoye, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Mukelabai keeps it alive. Piri, ooh, bottom.
The man continues to stay hot, certainly punishing on that rebound. The find.
The lead is the biggest for the Magic, 10 with 90 seconds to play. Rabibisowa, baseline drive. Kandulu will pick up the foul.
Great catch there. Kandulu just couldn't set his feet on time, and he couldn't stop that drive-by. And refs called the out of bounds for Kospin as they reset the ball top of the key.
Rahaja Ninaina. Rabibisowa can't get the 3 to go. Kandulu with the rebound. Kayinda off to the races. Kayinda from the wing, can't get it to go. Kayinda once again broken up.
You have to also appreciate the twin towers there for the Matero Magic inside. Kandulu and Ndoye, their presence is very strong under those boards.
Ten-point lead for the Matero Magic, 58 seconds to play. Changes for the Magic as Ngoma checks into the game, but we have a timeout on the floor. And it will be a Kospin timeout. Well, out of the timeout, we emerge. And that timeout was all Rashawn Langston. We had a good shot at that timeout, and he was doing most of the talking. And the team will want to come back in this game, go into the half, finish strong, and then regroup for the third quarter. Ngoma against Langston. Ngoma with the in and out. Ngoma the alley-oop, upstairs. Broke him off and then just dished it up. And Gandulu with the dunk. Ratianarivo, with the running jumper. Mukelabai down the floor, can't finish. Last possession, it can go to Cospin. Ratianarivo on the outside. Langston looking for the ball, 2.4 to play. And they've got an opportunity for a pass and a shot. Langston to close out the second quarter as we head to halftime. So that timeout just before halftime doing a world of good for Cospin as they bring the Magic lead down to 5 as we head to halftime. Well, the defense not good at all by Matero Magic, and that shot in the face of Spoikan Ngoma. And at halftime, it is Cospin 42, Matero Magic have found it difficult to get it going on the inside, and Cospin a whole lot better, and the score indicative of that. But from three-point range, the Magic have been sizzling, 7 of 12 and led by Saul Peary. And from the free throw line, the Magic have been cashing in. You remember that Cospin have had foul trouble through both first and second.
Well, it is halftime here at Ellis Park Arena. And at halftime, it is 47-42 in favor of the Matero Magic. And they bid to try and pick up their first win over the Cospin team out of Antananarivo in Madagascar. I'm Quentin Denason alongside Jabu, Juice and Glovu. And if you thought that this game holds no bearing, you can see the level and the intensity on the floor and how much both these teams really wanted. And we've been treated to some really great basketball once again. And Juice, just some of your thoughts. You were upstairs calling it, so you know what stood out to you in that first half?
You have to absolutely love the intensity that both teams started with. You have to appreciate even more the shooting of Saul Phiri. How hot and sizzling is Saul Phiri right now?
Well, he is definitely hot and sizzling, but I always talk about body language, and you know, there was the first shot that he made in the first quarter that he had a little scream and it, showed some of his aggression. So he's locked into the game. He had 18 points yesterday. He's trying to build on his scoring performance. 16 points in the first half for Phiri. And let's talk just a little bit about what Matero Magic have done well. What they have done well is they've shot the ball well from the outside. They're shooting it at 58% from the three-point line at high club, 7 of 12. And Phiri has been the primary facilitator of scoring. He's really great on the catch and shoot, and what he does is he steps a meter back, so the defense doesn't really know what to do with him. We haven't seen too many pull-ups. That's still another great outcome for him, just coming off the pick, and he's definitely locked in, and they can run the offense through and around him. And because of his big body, you have to respect his ability off the dribble, and he's really been skilled. 16 points on 5 field goals, 5 of 6 shooting from the outside, and like you said, it begins and ends with Phiri.
It certainly does, Q, and you have to appreciate in how he's got his players around him, even his bigs, getting in there, engaged and getting those boards, looking for those kickouts and just making sure that they do find him in the right opportunities at the right time. And you love how he picks his moments as well.
Another surprising stat has been the struggles of Matero Magic on the inside. On paper, they are the bigger team. They've only shot it at 29.2% on 7 of 24 shots. They dominated the glass, 13 offensive rebounds and 30 rebounds total. Got to talk about what we've seen from the team Police International from Cospin. They have struggled, and once again I always go back to they live and die by the three. And in the first half they took 22 shots, and they really struggled from their 18%. They take 34 shots a game from the outside, only hitting 6. Coming into this game they were shooting it at 19%, and then that's been literally their Achilles heel.
It certainly has, and what you would like to see more, Q, is just getting Bishop Coulter a bit more involved down the paint, making sure that they dump that ball in the paint so that Coulter can work. And the more they do that, the more he gets those openings, it will certainly then steadily open up for those shots to start falling for them.
Well, look at the disparity in terms of the percentages. You see them settling for the long range shots, and here's the perfect example. The smaller guys getting inside, turning and shooting. 22 points in the paint at 68%. When you look at the numbers, it just makes sense for you to go back inside, go to where your bread is buttered. If you're struggling from the perimeter, you've got to make an adjustment. I understand living and dying. Livio Ratianarivo has been pretty good as well. 1 of 6. You look at the disparity, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 4 total field goals, 3 of them have come on the interior, and he's also picked up 3 rebounds.
Certainly, so you definitely want then to get more inside, because the smaller guards of the Matero Magic cannot really contain you, and so get inside, draw those fouls and go to work.
In terms of it being a competition, we've seen 14 lead changes. They've been 6 times tied, and we can expect another couple of scoring runs. I think if Club Omnisports Police International get it together and start hitting, it's going to even open up the interior even more. They do like the three-point shot. Sometimes they take it under duress, and I think in the second half, what they got to do is see if it works. If it doesn't work, go to the bigs, go to Coulter, go inside and try and extract as much value as they can.
Langston just made a big 3 to finish the half. So let's see if he would also be able to build on from that and gain some sort of a momentum, but also be cognizant of what happens on the inside.
We look at some more numbers. They've only led by as much as 3 points. The biggest scoring run was 7 when we went from 35 to 36, and when they were bringing their way back. And we have a look at those numbers, Juice.
And the one that certainly hits me from the jump is the assists. I would certainly love to see a few more assists, Q, which just means we are not executing well. We've seen some good ball movement, but we are not executing as well as we should. So I'd certainly love to see those assists going up.
We go back to the rebounding numbers, which are very surprising. The 8 offensive rebounds. A smaller team has been dominant on the glass, and gotta go to that 4 of 22. When you look at the total amount of field goals attempted, and I know it's the modern game, I know that it's the Steph Curry era, but when you look at shot selection on the other side, 13 3-points attempted by Matero Magic, 7 of them going down, 5 of them to that man, Saul Piri. But they have a couple of other bigs, other shooters that can get it done. Chongo Chona has been another reliable scorer that we haven't seen too much of in this one. Kainda's chipped in with his 9 points. He's given them some extra scoring. And if Kandulu and Ndoi can get in the game, so there's a couple of guys in foul trouble. The presence in the paint of Ndalama, he picked up 3 fouls. That's a definite paint protector who's going to be missed, or has been missed in the first half. He can come in and affect the game. And then if Kandulu can just get a little bit more of his hustle points and his second chance opportunities going, I think we'll see Matero Magic hold on to this lead.
Absolutely, Q. Much agreed. And if you remember that by 5 minutes into the quarter, the Cosman had already been in foul trouble. So those are some of the things that the Matero Magic need to continue to exploit, so that they make sure that they take advantage of the presence inside the paint.
Well, if you want to engage with us, please hashtag Road to B.A.L. and let us know your thoughts. Is it Matero Magic? Is it going to be Cospin? You know, both these teams would really value a win. Matero Magic coming into this one, they've lost 7 games on the trot. They'd really like to go away with a win. Cospin have come into this. They picked up a win. They were 1-1 coming into this competition. They haven't picked up a win here in the Elite 16, and you can see how much it means to both coaching staffs. If you were to read, and I've been fortunate enough to stand right behind both benches, Matero Magic are excited. Their team is locked in, and I think they look more ready to pick up the win. But you never know. Halftime, we've seen it in many games. That halftime break can make a big difference. The third quarter, arguably the most important quarter in the game of basketball, because it sets up the tone for the second half.
Absolutely, Q. And I am also very much happy to see the Cospin bench getting even more engaged, because in previous games you've seen the bench sitting quietly and not much engaging with the guys on the floor. But now you are seeing guys getting more engaged, defense chance and all that. So you are certainly appreciating all that engagement.
We talk about momentum, and that shot coming from all the way downtown Ratianarivo. Oh, that was Langston actually, Rashawn Joel Langston, closing out, taking some momentum for his 9 points, and it was all in rhythm.
All in rhythm, and that's what you want to see, how he's going to start this third quarter.
But if one of your 4 makes comes from a buzzer-beating shot late in the game, or late in the second quarter, then you got to start looking at shot selection and start understanding what executions you are getting. But the coach loves playing through early, and we'll see if that strategy plays off. We are getting closer and closer, just about 2 minutes before we get into the second half. So we're going to hand over and right back to Mkolisi Ngonelo as we get ready for this great second half action.
Matero Magic 47. Day 3 of the Elite 16 on the road to B.A.L 2023. And this one has been tight from the opening tip. The lead did go up to 10 for the Matero Magic, but there was a swift response from Cospin, and responding with a quick 5 points, and only 5 points now separating both these teams. And it's going to be interesting to see now how everything unfolds for the rest of this game. The Matero Magic have shown that they can rally, especially in the fourth quarter, but they need to be able to close the game and win. And it's going to start with this third quarter and see whether they can protect this 5-point lead. And for Cospin, they've shown that they can come back. In the division games in Madagascar against KPA, Kenya Ports Authority, they won that game 66-60, and it was a come-from-behind win. So a 5-point lead for Matero Magic. And let's see how it goes. There's the alley-oop again. The connection between Ngoma and Kandulu. Coulter to Rabibisowa. Blocking foul on Kandulu. On the floor. And it will stay. With Cospin. Langston from the mid-range, baseline jumper, swish.
Seemingly Langston still has rhythm in how he finished that second quarter, and now starting to look even more aggressive to start this quarter.
Well, poor defense by Eli Randriamampionona, and the reach, the three-point play completed by Mugalabai. So effective going to the basket, loves to attack. Ratianarivo from the free throw line, can't finish the play. Piri on the attack, Piri to the basket. Well, little too much to handle for Langston, and a trip to the free throw line.
Piri spent a large part of the first half shooting from the outside, but now looking to go deeper into the paint as he draws that foul and goes to the charity stripe for 2. First one is clean. Two for 2 he goes there.
Well, lovely rotation on that shot. Saul Piri. And he's sitting at 18. Coulter. Nice finish. So patient.
And that is where you will hope to see Cospin going and exploiting, because if you give him the right find, he will certainly yield you the right the right result. Bishop Coulter.
Piri to Ngoma on the wing. Piri wide open. Kandulu, easy pickings for him, and tips up his own miss.
Those should be those easy putbacks there from Kandulu. Great to stay with it and finishing there with authority in the paint.
Oh, Randrimampionona to Coulter.
Once again, find your man. he will draw those fouls between those towers.
That drive inside. Twin Towers in trouble on that play. Ndoye picks up the foul, and Coulter at the line.
We can certainly hope that we will see more of those drives and finds to Coulter, because it will definitely give them those good looks, and hopefully also get the Matero Magic in foul trouble for Cospin.
Perfect trip, Bishop Coulter. Ndoye, the catch way out. Gandulu. Ndoye wants it in the low post now. Mukelabai on the drive, the Euro. Picks up the foul. That'll be the third team foul for Cospin, and we still have 7:28 to play in this quarter.
I think that the Matero Magic have somewhat figured, as they did in the previous quarter, that by 5 minutes into the quarter, the Cospin had already been in foul trouble. So it looks like they certainly want to have a repeat of that, and hopefully they will have more fruitful trips to the charity stripe.
One of two for Elijah Mukelabai. 7-point lead for the Magic. 7:20 to play. Randria Mampianona short on that three. Ngoma attacking. War was looking to get it to Gandulu, but broken up by Coulter.
Great anticipation there by Coulter, because he knew that there's a man behind him that they will try to find.
Langston. 5 on the shot clock. Ratianarivo off the mark. Piri now setting it up in the half court. No, threads it inside to Mukelabai. Ndoye. Piri all alone, barely grazing the front rim. Ratianarivo on the push.
Piri there recognizing that the time had gone all the way down to 3, so he had to somewhat get rid of that ball to avoid their shot clock violation.
Randri Mampianona on the attack. And that looked like a bump of bodies. An excellent defense by Elijah Mukelabai, not bringing his arms down. Made no contact with the ball or Randria Mampianona's arms. And a tough call to make.
Great trip there as he makes it 2 for 2 to go into double figures in scoring.
Mukelabai at the top against it. Ratianarivo pulls up for the 3, misses the mark. That'll be a shot clock violation.
Always very interesting when you see a big man dribbling between the legs, taking a step back and throwing a heave for a 3, and the results just coming to nil.
Coulter from the elbow. Randria Mampianona.
Caught that in rhythm and executed it to perfection.
Brings Kospin within 2. Ngoma. Oh! That's 3.
That could have easily been a basket interference there on that 3 goal.
Rabi Bisowa from the wing. That 3 is off. Ndoye, rebound. Piri, inside drive. Well, can't get it to his teammate. And a foul in the backcourt. Ngoma picks up the foul, and it'll be unsportsmanlike. Well, Ngoma impeding the path of Randria Mampianona, but then also going for the player and not the ball. So after the free throw, it will be Kospin ball. They keep possession. Throwing it away, Randria Mampianona. Mukelabai leading the break. And that'll be an offensive foul. Great defense by Rashawn Langston.
Great way to use his body there as he just set the trap and the man fell for it. And offensive foul called, charge, as Kospin gets back the possession.
Four and a half to play. Randria Mampianona can't hit the 3, and Juice is the other way around as the Magic have 5 team fouls, so they're in the penalty.
They're in the penalty, and now let's see if Kospin can take advantage of that.
Musongo. Kafunga, offensive rebound. Kandulu wants to work in the low block. Oh, and the drive inside. And the finish by Musongo.
Great drive and finish there by Musongo. And now you want to see if Kospin can go and rebuttal and find Coulter inside with the Twin Towers now sitting on the bench. Well, Ndoye on the bench and Gandulu still on the floor, but you want to see if they can go and conjure up something inside to draw those fouls and give Coulter some looks.
5 on the shot clock. Radianarivo. Oh! Radianarivo.
Under duress, but still makes the finish. Much to the approval of his teammates.
Piri wants the screen. The ball inside to Kandulu. Kafunga. Musongo steps in. Misses the mark, evading the shot clock violation. Kandulu on the cleanup.
Cleanup and nice hook shot there to finish for Kandulu.
Randria Mampianona. Oh! 3 from the wing from Radianarivo.
Certainly keeping them close within the hunt with that beautiful 3 there.
2 straight buckets for Livio Radianarivo. Jump hook is short. Kafunga, take it away. Langston leading the break. Radianarivo. Oh, he checked time.
Back to back to back. As he ties the scores at 64.
Radianarivo. Oh, he's hot. He's hot. The coach wants to make a substitution, and I don't think it's going to be, it's a good substitution. So Bishop Coulter heads to the bench, and Anthony Rasolomanana checks into the game.
So it looks like that substitution was rescinded. As
the coach had to. Oh,
stay on the floor.
Oh, he absolutely had to.
Agreed, because he wanted this unit to finish with the momentum that they're currently carrying right now.
Radianarivo.
Will they give the continuation?
Well, doesn't get the continuation, so he'll go to the line for 2. And I'm telling you, Livio Radianarivo can't be stopped in this quarter.
He is certainly showing his scoring prowess, and to the joy of the bench and the entire team.
He's been outstanding in this third quarter, and just shown that he's a bona fide scorer.
A bona fide scorer indeed, and you certainly appreciate the part that you don't only have one person shooting or carrying the scoring, but you've got different people that can step up and score at any given moment in the game.
1 of 2 for Radianarivo, and gives Cospin a 1-point lead. Mukela Bai with the acrobatics, in and out on that shot.
That would have certainly sent the fans off their seats there. Great spin and another spin. So yeah, he certainly brought the acrobatics on that. In and out on their first attempt.
Well, the free throw line once again is going to be critical for both teams. Miles Ndalama has also checked into the game for the Magic. Langston, corner 3, can't get it to go. The long kick to Kafunga.
Felt like Langston hurried that shot a bit, and he couldn't set himself properly into it.
It was very early in the possession. Good call, Juice. And Radianarivo fouled by Piri.
He extended a bit too long there, did Piri. Foul given. And possession going back to Cospin, as we are now sitting at under a minute to quarter.
And Cospin turnover. Randria Mampaniona looking for Rasalomanana, throwing it away. Piri. Ngoma to Ndalama. Jump hook on the turnaround.
Clinical there on that turnaround.
Miles Ndalama. Langston. Radianarivo. Rasolomanana at the top. Can't hit the shot, out of bounds. 7.3 to play. So more than enough time for Cospin to put together a couple of few passes and then going for the best shot. Rasolomanana on the inbounds. Radianarivo fading. Coulter can't get to it. Loose ball to Musongo, and that's it for the third quarter. So a scramble for the basketball. Musongo to it, broken up by hands in the passing lane. And that will do it for the third quarter. Well, we have been thoroughly entertained, and only a 1-point difference between these two teams. At the end of the third, it's Cospen 65, Magic 66. From the 3, 4 of 5, and Ricky Razakaria also getting into the action, cooling off their hot teammate. Well, the man might as well be hot juice, especially coming over from Madagascar. You have to go through or go over the warm Mozambican channel, and then by the time you hit the African mainland, hey man, you've got a lot of heat.
Let me tell you, you need to have some special air conditioners surrounding you, and I'm not sure just how effective those towels are with the fanning, but certainly the man has done well to keep them engaged within this entire game.
Well, this fourth quarter is up for grabs. This game is anybody's at this particular moment. And let's just see what adjustments that the Matero Magic are going to make in terms of slowing down the Cospen backcourt. Cospen backcourt, of course, Livio Ratianarivo, Rashawn Langston, and Eli Randria Mampionona. So Bishop Coulter also in the game, as well as Anthony Rasolomanana. Langston on the wing will pull up, can't get it to go. Coulter with the rebound, has the ball swiped away by Ngoma. Ngoma with the save, stepping out of bounds.
Stepping out of bounds there did Ngoma. Great defensive stop there. Just couldn't keep the ball, as he just couldn't control there. Just stepped out of bounds with the hand on the ball.
Ratianarivo wants to work on Musongo. Gotta love guards that can post up. Shot clock violation. So Cospen getting a taste of their own medicine. You know, that turnover by Ngoma. And they felt that the save was valid, but then they get Cospen into a shot clock violation. Ndalama. Musongo on the drive. Lane is short, and Ndalama on the follow.
Strong finish there by Ndalama on that drive.
Randria Mampionona.
He continues to keep a hot hand and to keep Cospen in sight of a victory.
Tied at 68. Ndalama on the inside, travels on the play.
Travel called by the refs. Travel called by the refs. Tough call there, to the dismay of the Matero Magic.
Piri, the pass inside. Definite travel by Ndalama.
There, indeed. Indeed, very essential, especially at that in those jurisdictions to hold your pivot.
Ngoma with the foul, so possession will stay with the Cospin. Ratianarivo. Ratianarivo, the double team, the roll by Rasolomanana. Langston from the wing. Out of bounds on the play. Kafunga against Rasolomanana. Musongo short. Ratianarivo on the run. 4-on-2 break. Langston to the basket. And it will be a Piri foul.
And at this point of policy, you certainly want to see which of these teams will shoot better from the free throw line, because that is one place where the difference will come from in this game. Langston makes his first. Two for two. Great trip there for Langston.
2-point lead for Cospin. Ndalama loses the handle, couldn't keep control of the ball. Langston on the drive. Rasolomanana, top of the key. Livio. Ratianarivo on the offensive glass. Ndoye checking into the game as Kafunga heads to the bench. Randria Mampionona. Now let me tell you, remember that name, and not for its difficulty, but because this man is all about getting buckets.
You have to respect and put a body on him, because if you leave him open, he will certainly punish you.
5-point lead and under 7 minutes to play. Ndalama blocked by Coulter. Ratianarivo. Ratianarivo falling away. Misses on the shot. Ratianarivo with the rebound. On the break, the Euro broken up. Langston loses it. Musongo down the floor. It's got Ndalama. Musongo drive the thread to Ndoye. Broken up. Loose ball. Tough one. Ndoye with the offensive rebound. Puts it up and in.
Way to stay with it there at Ndoye. Coulter just a tad late on that. Great finish by Ndoye.
Randria Mampionona in and out on the three. No rebounders.
Ooh, almost traveled there.
Piri checked closely by Randria Mampionona. Ngoma to a rolling Ndalama. Sandwiched between Coulter and Rasolomanana. Basket counts and one. Right there.
At this point, Mko, you can certainly imagine that this game will go all the way to the crunch. Who wants it the most will certainly rise above.
Well, we absolutely going down to the wire in this game, and it's going to be interesting to see with 5:36 still to play. Ndalama can't complete the three-point play. Radianarivo with the advance. Rahaja ni aina. Randria Mampianona. Now we have a whistle. So Kayinda will probably pick up that foul.
Saul Peary currently sitting on the bench there for Matero Magic, hopefully re-energizing so that he can have a strong finish to this game.
Peary has since cooled off since that hot, fiery start in the first quarter.
You love that within his dejection, he continues to charge his teammates on the floor.
Tentacles in the passing lane, but the ball in the hands of Cospin. Coulter working it from the high post, can't get to it. The save, Radianarivo. Oh, Livio.
What a steal, what a gather, what a finish.
Mukelabai on the inside, can't finish. Radianarivo with the rebound, is gonna slow it down. The lead is 3 for Cospin. And going on 4.5 minutes to play. Reading the defense and is working on Ndoye. Rabibisowa, that's a travel.
Already looking way past the defender there, looking at the lane behind him, but just got a bit ahead of the ball and called for a travel.
Ndoye against Coulter, cutters all around. Shouldn't be putting it on the floor for too long. Got a tendency to turn it over. The tip is short, and the follow is also short.
Scramble on the floor there, just couldn't finish on that follow through, on that rebound.
The shot by Musongo, and then Nkandulu with the follow, but staying with the play and fouled.
That is the level of effort that will always give you good results there. Staying in that play, making sure that you play it through.
Well, 2 critical changes for both Cospin and Matero Magic. Cospin bringing in Alpha Solondreni, and Coulter heads to the bench. And then the Matero Magic bringing in Saul Peary. And they desperately need some scoring, still within reach. And not out of it at all. Perfect trip for Kandulu.
Perfect trip indeed, as once again, that is where the difference in this game will come, from that charity stripe.
Rahaja ni aina, the finger roll over the defense.
Smooth.
Mukelabai, well, anything that a Cospin player can do in attacking the basket and finishing over defenders, Mukelabai can do it as well. Randria Mampianona dancing, breaking defenders off and finishing with the reverse.
At this moment, you can certainly cue I Carry the Cross by Nas.
Oh, the block by Mukelabai.
Did he look a bit too relaxed on that fast break, allowing for that block to happen?
Well, the steal was impeccable and really looked like a laid-back approach to the basket, laying it up with one hand. See, that's what happens when you scribe something in pencil. It gets erased.
With a quickness even.
I want that Mukelabai eraser. I want it. Mukelabai with the rebound, running the floor. Piri from the wing. Rabibisoa with the rebound, leading the break. Radianirova can't finish. Livio Radianarivo. Tough catch. Kandulu underneath.
You have to reward your big man when he runs the floor like that.
2:30 to play, and it's a one-point game. Rahajani Aina. Oh, fouled on the three.
Late call there. Late call there on that three-point attempt.
Kayinda fouled on the three. Randria Mampianona with the pass in the corner.
Just slightly leaning into his cylinder there, Nkolisi, and I'm certain the refs just looked at that and said, hey, you have to give the man his radius.
Timeout on the floor, and you better believe it that coach Obed Shamboko is calling for the IRS. There's the pass by Randria Mampianona. Well, that's a 50-50 call, but I would go with the no foul. The fact that Rahajani Aina kept his balance after the shot, landed on his feet. Coach Jean Didio Randria Narivelo with the timeout. And we've got three big ones, Juice, for Orlando Rahajani Aina.
Indeed, and you don't know what a difference this moment can make for the rest of the game, because it can certainly build your momentum and break the other team's momentum as well. And again, it is these free throws that always make a difference at crunch time. You need each and every one of them.
What looks very off from up here, and some of the Malagasy in suspense. Rahajani Aina missed all three.
And how will that moment come back to haunt them?
Playing contact on that defense, Rahajani Aina. An immediate change, heads to the bench, and Rashawn Langston in the game. Piri, cross court to Kayinda. Kayinda wants to work in the low block. Coulter breaking it up. And a shot clock violation.
Great effort there by Coulter. Going all the way, diving on the floor, forcing that shot clock violation. Great defensive sequence for Cospin.
Well, Cospin should credit Bishop Coulter for keeping that possession alive, and the ball going out of bounds and going into the backcourt, and then forcing Matero Magic into a shot clock violation. Radianarivo breaking down Ndoye. Randria Mampianona throws it away. And there'll be a foul. That's Langston with the blocking foul.
In rugby, they say faka ishoulder.
Oh, bullies the man heading to the floor. Elijah Mukelabai And at the line now for 2. One of 2, and we're tied at 79. 95 seconds to play. Ratianarivo. Kayinda. Well, probably looked like last touch on Kayinda. But it could also be a 50-50 ball because Kayinda forcing the steal. And then Ratianarivo turning it over with the last touch on him. Piri against Langston. Kayinda spots up for the 3. Ratianarivo. Randria Mampionona. Solontraini. Langston, 60 seconds to play. 10 on the shot clock. Ratianarivo off the mark. Solontraini is there. Swatted by Gandulu. Fresh 14 seconds. There's the roll to the basket. Coulter's shot is also blocked.
Great defensive sequence there by Matero Magic, making sure that they stay engaged and stay active on that sequence play.
Ratianarivo, foul will be on the floor and he's going to pick it up. .37.3 to play. And we have a timeout on the floor. Ratianarivo unhappy with the whistle, the foul called on him.
As the old saying goes, crunch time is munch time. And if you are not prepared for this stage and this moment, we can then cue Eminem's Lose Yourself. Because at this moment, if your palms are sweaty,
oh, you've got to step up. You've absolutely got to step up.
There goes Coulter there. Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Coach throwing it up there. Do you go for the 2 for 1?
So it's going to be a chance for the Magic to go to the free throw line, and Piri's going to go to the line, and that's because the Cospin are now also in the penalty.
Definitely, if you are the Matero Magic, that's the man you want to see on the line. Cold as he has been from beyond the arc, but still very much clinical from the charity stripe.
Perfect trip. Saul Piri, 2-point lead for the Magic. And Kafungo, Harrison Kafungo in the game. Kayinda heads to the bench. Randria Mampionona to Coulter. Solontraini going on 20 seconds to play. Langston with the save. The floater gets the bounce.
Very great possession and ball movement there for Cospin, bringing the scores to 81 with 19 seconds to go.
It doesn't get more nervous than this right now. But then suspense-filled as well. And just a moment to really savor with 19 seconds to play. It will be Matero Magic ball. and tied at 81, and you couldn't have asked for a better conclusion to this game.
Absolutely, because this is where we've certainly been playing for pride, and this is where we are leaving everything on the floor. So at this point, you can almost say wherever it goes, it would certainly have been well deserved, but hard luck to whoever. But at this point, definitely let's enjoy the moment in suspense. And with both teams in the penalty, do you drive to the inside, pound it to your big man, or do you once again look for Piri to ice the game?
Well, Piri can create his own shot. So I think it's really good that Langston and Randria Mampionona are picking him up early, and he can shoot from deep. But then working the ball inside to the big guys, they can rebound the ball, they can catch it as well. Piri on the drive, hangs, can't finish. There's the follow on his own miss.
Way to stay with it.
2.1 to play. Langston's got to put it up. Misses the mark. And that will do it. Wow, Saul Piri taking the game by the scruff of the neck and into his own hands, and missing on his first layup attempt, and no rebounders, and getting his own offensive rebound and putting it back up and in. There's the drive around Langston, hangs in the air, no rebounders, and follows up the miss.
Way to stay with it, Saul Piri, and way to finish on that rebound.
Piri, great outing this afternoon, and a lovely game. Well, at full time, it is Cospin 81.
Has certainly come down to the free throws. As you can see, Matero Magic took 33, made 21.
Team walks away with a victory here today. How does it feel? You look relieved.
Honestly, we had a rough 2 games. We wanted so bad. We felt we couldn't leave without a win. This meant everything to us. We're gonna work and get back, but we're just so thankful to be here. And like this, it means the world to us. Like I said, we represent the country, so we just wanted to show up for them.
Yeah, I mean, even with the matches that you guys played, you guys gave all the other teams a run for their money. Where do you think you guys fell short?
Honestly, I think it's our start. Our first half usually is very slow, and these are all really good teams. They don't have a slow start. So we just got to pick up our energy early. If we can play a full 40-minute game, we can compete with anybody here.
Well, you did great. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That is Saul Piri, who is the player of the match. Certainly pleased that they were able to finish off on a high. Well, I'm now joined by the captain of Cospin, that is Guillaume Mlison. Guillaume, you don't look too happy today. You don't look too happy today.
No.
Yeah? Just position yourself. You're good to go.
Ah, t'es français. Yes, yes.
All right. If you can just tell me your experience, your thoughts on the match.
Oui, depuis les 2 derniers jours, on a joué. Et là, on a mieux joué. Mais ouais, on n'est pas bien expérimenté. Et c'est ce qui nous a fait défaut dans les 2 dernières minutes du match.
Yeah, can we please have a translation
Absolutely.
of what was said?
Since the
If you can just move closer, thank you so much.
since the last couple games, we've tried to improve our game, and as you can see, the last 2 minutes, we still have a lot to reinforce and to learn from, and that's what happened to the game.